Hello and welcome to Access You TV. My name is Michelle Edhouse, and today I'd like to ask you another one of those amazing questions that I seem to have in every video. So how many lies are you using to stop you from choosing? Now, one of the amazing things that Gary Douglas has said over the last 3 decades, and I say one of because most of the things that come out of his mouth are amazing, and one of them is choice creates. And yet we have all these dreams and desires, and I'm asking the universe for a totally different reality, and what happens is a plane flies overhead. How does it get any better than this? So when you're asking for a totally different reality, there are some things that you're asking for that you actually need to do something different, to be something different, to acknowledge someone different, or something needs to change, and you're asking for this to occur, but you're not willing to choose to be everything, do everything that's required to create this. Now, if you're asking for an energy, to be happy, to be excited, to be joyful, to be orgasmic, those are energies that you can ask for, choose, and be. And there's also things that you're asking to have, like money or a new boyfriend or whatever it is. There's the ask, there's also the choose to be it, do it, have it. And you can ask the universe for something to show up, and it will show up, but if you don't choose to actually have it, to grab it, to include it in your world, it's just here. It's shown up. The universe has shown it up for you, but you actually need to choose to have it. So what's stopping you from choosing to have it? The only thing that's stopping you is your points of view. And many of the points of view that we have that are stopping us are actually lies. Lies that we've either bought from someone else or we've decided to tell ourselves. Whether that be, oh no, I can't have that, or whether that be, that's okay for someone else but not for me. Whether that be, I don't earn enough to have that. Whether that be, I'm not good looking enough to have that, or I'm not skinny enough, or I'm not fat enough, or I'm not brown enough, or I'm not white enough, or I'm not, whatever lies, you're old enough, young enough, get how many lies we tell ourselves to stop ourselves from choosing. So in that ask and receive situation, ask and you shall receive, and when it shows up, you actually need to choose to have it to be able to receive it. Now, the really cool thing is if you can perceive it, you can be it. And if you can be it, you can receive it. So the only thing that's stopping you from actually choosing are the lies you're telling yourself. The lies of lack, the lies of impossible, the lies of other people's realities rather than yours. So how many lies are you using to refuse the reality you could be choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine, boys, shorts and beyonds. So how many lies, judgments, agendas are you using to create the dominance of evil, mediocrity and corruption of no choice you are choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine, boys, shorts and beyonds. Now, if you're new to my channel, that is the weird and wacky Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. And you can find out more about it from theclearingstatement.com. In short, it's your magic wand. It clears away the energetic crap that keeps you from having your reality, that keeps you from creating what you desire. So, how many lies, judgments, agendas are you using to create the dominance of the evil, corruption, and mediocrity of the no choice reality you are choosing? And everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine, boys, shorts, and beyonds. And you know, you don't have to memorize all that shit. You just like all that shit that woman was saying on that video the other day. It brings up the energy, it brings up the question, it brings up the stuff in your world, and you just go, all that stuff she said, pock and pot it. And if you say that a few times, you'll start to notice a difference in your willingness to choose. I mean, last night was a really great example. On Tuesday, I had the amazing experience of having 2.5 hours of the body process called MTVSS. And the gorgeous Chrissy Shirley from Hamilton came over and we did a day of body work swaps. And since having that process run, I've been willing to choose for my body a lot more. And last night, as I was sitting in the car watching waiting for the boys from their karate, there was a energy of, oh, I could get out and go for a walk. And I was like, yeah, I could. And I didn't choose it. Now, I acknowledged at that moment that I was not choosing what was a possibility. And I also acknowledged that I wasn't choosing what was light. Because what was light, it was like, oh, that's all, yeah, go for a walk, yeah. And I didn't choose it. Now, I didn't make myself wrong for not choosing it. I just acknowledged that I hadn't chosen what was light. And when you're asking for your reality to show up, what's light, if you follow what's light, it will create your reality much faster than if you don't. So I was choosing in that 10 seconds not to create the reality I was asking for. So all the lies I was using to stop myself from choosing the reality I desire, I destroy and uncreate all that. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine, boys, shorts, and beyonds. And so maybe next time there will be less lies keeping me from choosing to go out and do what was light, go out and be what was light. So do you see how just slowly clearing away all these bits and pieces can open up that space where A, you get to know what's light, and B, you can choose it, and you do choose it, and you create the reality you desire. So how many lies are you using to stop you from choosing your reality, to stop you from choosing to create the reality you desire? Everything that is times a godzillion, or you destroy and uncreate them all, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine, boys, shorts, and beyonds. So thanks for joining me here at Access UTV. What else is possible if you go beyond the lies and create your reality? Cheers.